back. What's up? Yeah, just finished doing the aftermath Obama election and stuff. On to the 5 predictions of the Obama administration and what I think probably what's going to happen once Obama takes control of the executive branch of the United States government, being the White House, aka the presidency, aka commander-in-chief. Basically, first thing I wrote, actually I organized this, I wrote a list. First thing that came up in my mind are obviously budget cuts. Usually, new transitional government, first thing I like to do is budget cuts, cut stuff that they feel is unnecessary or not pertaining to their interests or so-called American people interests. And I'm not a Democrat, but historically Democrats usually try to get rid of as much Republican, or what they say Republicans undoing or whatever. And one thing I could think of, like the tax cut thing, they're going to try to figure out how to get rid of that, or they're going to try to twist it and call it spread the wealth. That's what I've been hearing a lot around the way. However you want to call it, but expect some budget cuts, meaning besides what's being done in the military now, besides the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan, I guess you call it, more military bases probably going to be closed. I don't see a large investment going into the military per se, and the reason I say that is just usually most Democratic presidents don't really put a large investment into the military. I mean, not well compared to Clinton and Carter. No, I don't think there's really a large investment historically, so I don't expect any different from the Obama administration. Let's see, other budget cuts. Yeah, basic budget cuts. That's really a safe bet. Let's see what else I got here. Immigration. Yes, immigration. Immigration. Only problem I have with him, with immigration, he's more in favor for illegals getting amnesty. Now, realistically, be honest with you, if illegal immigrants in a way get some type of form of amnesty, it really won't hurt the American government or society exactly. But I mean, if he does something like this, if he's successful, if him and the administration and the soon-to-be predominantly Democratic Party in Congress do succeed in proceeding with this, I think the only thing I'll be concerned is border security. If he doesn't do anything about border security, improving it or cracking down on it, right now I don't think it's even the Bush administration, I don't think they have done the best job. I'll be disappointed, to be honest with you, because I mean, you know, that's to me that's a serious issue. I mean, you know, you got people just walking the border and you just letting them stay because, and you got issues like the wet foot, dry foot thing. It's ridiculous, you know, stuff that should have been got rid of years ago. You know, he needs to go cut and dry with it. He's like, look, you need to get to one standard, make it across the board. When it comes to border security, don't discriminate certain people here, don't discriminate other people's here. Don't go out and say, well, they help the economy. You know, these same people that violated our sovereignty, you know. But that's, like I said, that's my opinion. But immigration thing, like I said, I don't have a problem with regular immigration as long as it's done with a legal process. I am concerned when it's done in a legal process where fraud with Social Security numbers, fraud in the healthcare system, misled numbers, family members who might be legal residents or might have legal citizenship are protecting their legal relatives, and businesses are protecting illegal citizens because they feel like they benefit them. So, you know, that's the things I worry about a little bit, because here you are, you have a situation which not INS, but ICE is trying to do the job, but they're making it hard, more difficult because of politics. And hopefully the politics are not outweighing what has to be done, what needs to be done. Border security, a must. If you're going to allow amnesty, do it constructively, do it where it's favorable. But if you do that, Mr. President, or soon to be President Obama and the Obama administration and the Democratic Party, senators and congressmen, please be sure that you put some serious emphasis in border security, homeland security especially. And next issue, yeah, Iraq, Afghanistan war. Like I said, I think it's a particular time you're also going to see a transition in that. Like I said, they're talking about sending more units down to Afghanistan and trying to face down Iraq. More likely with Democratic in power in the government, that more likely to happen, but it won't happen, I don't think, right away. A lot of the phase down will probably begin somewhere between the first year, maybe towards the end of the first 4 years. You'll probably see a significant change. I don't see a major drastic progress despite who's in power and stuff, but that's nothing new. That's something that I think has already started already. So the Barack Obama thing, I don't think he's going to really get a lot of credit for that. I think Bush administration will probably get more credit than that than anything, because they just get as much blame as they do credit. So I don't think it's going to be I'm not saying it's not a serious issue. I don't think it's just going to be one of the key things that is going to be pressing as time goes on when it comes to, because it's already kind of happening in a way. Other social issues. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking at my list here, so you have to bear with me. Recently just had Prop 48 and issues like gay marriage, abortion, stuff like that, affirmative action, various social issues that have been in and out the media, in the minds of many American people. I think Obama administration, I'm pretty confident that the Roe vs. Wade will stand these pro-life people. Nothing against them, but like I said, the Second Amendment is a lot stronger than what they believe in, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to be critical, I'm not trying to be stupid or anything. I'm a big strong believer in the U.S. Constitution. I'm big stronger in people's personal rights and civil rights. And even though you have a situation like Prop 8 in California that just passed, and a similar bill in the state of Georgia that passed through the 2004 election, I think eventually, possibly the Obama administration will have to look at this from a federal standpoint and have to do something about it from a federal standpoint. Right now, the states control the sanction when it comes to abortion and gay marriage and stuff. Eventually, I think in due time, the Democratic Party that's about to take over Congress needs to look at that issue and try to be reasonable. And being reasonable has to be favorable for not just certain states, but all 50 states. And it has to be consistent. And it has to reflect the citizens of the United States. And right now, unfortunately, Prop 8 does not favor the Constitution. I'm not going to go into what Constitution was unconstitutional. It's just not the Roe versus Wade thing is going to be a hot button issue. It's always going to be a hot button issue, but I don't know. And like I said, that's going to be an issue he's going to have a lot to deal with. Other things, crime sentencing. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of the activist groups like the NAACP, maybe the ACLU, groups like that, in order to try to push for certain changes within the crime system when it comes to sentencing, certain types of sentencing, parole, something like that. I don't know too much about this area, but I feel that Barack Obama is probably going to get a lot of attention for that, and people's going to press him or press his administration to do something about that. And actually, I think we might see some progression about that. You know, prison systems overwhelmingly overcrowded, understandably, and it's something that needs to be done about that. So hopefully someone he finds in the Justice Department and the judicial branch of government can be consistent and willing to actually interact and dialogue and try to figure this bad boy out, because there's too many good people in jail. At the same time, justice got to be served. That's all I gotta say. And you know, I think that's going to be one of those key issues that's going to face him, and he might actually bring some change. And last but not least, actually that is 5. That's 5. That's my 5. And a couple other things. Look, reparations, I don't care what you guys say, it ain't happening. He ain't gonna push no. I don't think he's gonna push no legislation. Really, you shouldn't be worried about that because look, it happened a long time ago. Yeah, that's just one of those things. It's gonna be pretty much that thing ain't gonna be getting rid of. But at the same time, realistic people, look, reparations. Come on, you see this ain't happening. Yeah, there's several other things, but I'm not gonna elaborate too much. So I'll let your boy holler back.